God is good, Christ is King, and we are back with another live stream. So this is a multiplication and division live stream. So for this live stream, I am going to model how to solve 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication problems, and then whatever answer we get for our 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication problems, I'm going to divide that answer by 3. So what I'm going to do, for example, our first problem is 721 times 3. So I'm going to model how to solve 721 times 3, whatever our answer is. I'm going to divide that by 3. And it should come out to the same. So 721 times 3, think of this as 3 separate single-digit multiplication problems where we regroup if our product is 10 or more. So starting in the ones place, 1 times 3 equals 3. We do not need to regroup there because our sum is less than 10. 2 times 3 equals 6. Again, no need for regrouping there. 7 times 3 equals 21. So we have our final answer. 721 times 3 equals 2,163. So now, the answer that we just got, 2,163, I am going to divide that by 3. When it comes to long division, we want to divide by the smallest digit possible. We're looking for the number within the number. Only rule is the number inside the square has to be equal to or bigger than the number outside the square. We cannot start out with 1-digit by 1-digit division because the outside number is bigger. 3 is bigger than 2. But we can start out with 2-digit by 1-digit division. 21 divided by 3, that works. 21 divided by 3, how many groups of 3 go into 21? Let's see here. 3, that would be 1 group of 3. 6, 2 groups of 3. 9, 3 groups of 3. 12, 4 groups of 3. 15, 5 groups of 3. 18, 6 groups of 3. 21, 7 groups of 3. So 21 divided by 3 equals 7. And counting by 3s, we were able to get 7 full groups of 3 within 21. We landed right on 21. So we are going to subtract. We're going to do 21 minus 21. 21 minus 21 equals 0. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to bring down the 6. Now we got to figure out how many groups of 3 go into 6. 3, 1 group of 3. 6, that is 2 groups of 3. Now we're going to subtract 6 minus 6. Let me get rid of the numbers that I skip counted here before I do the 6 minus 6. 6 minus 6 equals 0. There is no remainder. We bring down the 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 1 group of 3 goes into 3. 3 minus 3 equals 0. There is no remainder. So 2,163 divided by 3 equals 721. Moving on to the next example problem. Probably going to do one more multiplication problem and one more division problem, and then we are going to call it a video. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. $827 times 5. So we're starting in the ones place. 7 times 5 equals 35. We have to regroup because our product is more than 10. The 5 and 35 goes in the ones place. The 3 gets carried over to the tens place. 2 times 5 equals 10, plus 3 equals 13. 3, carry the 1. 8 times 5 equals 40, plus 1 equals 41. And we have our final answer. 827 times 5 equals 4,135. Now for my final problem, I am going to divide 4,135 divided by 5. 4,135 divided by 5. Let me make it so that 5 stands out a little more. There we go. So we start out dividing by the smallest number possible. We can't start out with 4 divided by 5. The rule is the number inside the square has to be equal to or bigger than the number outside, so that doesn't work. We can start out with 41 divided by 5. So I'm going to see how many groups of 5 go into 41. So counting by 5s here. 5, that's one group. 10, 2 groups of 5. 15, 3 groups of 5. 20, we're at 4 groups of 5. 25, 5 groups of 5. 30, 6 groups of 5. 35, 7 groups of 5. 40, 8 groups of 5. We ended up counting by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times to get up to 41. Now, if I counted by 5 again, I would be at 45, which is too far. So 40, that is the closest we could get to 41 without passing 41. So we have to do 41 minus 40 to see if we have a remainder. (41 minus 40 equals 1, so we have a remainder of 1. Next, we bring down the 3. That 1 becomes a 13. Now I got to see how many groups of 5 go into 13. 5, one group. 10, now I have 2 full groups of 5. Now if I count by 5 again, I'll be too far. 15 is too far. But I was able to get 2 groups of 5 within 13. And 10 was as close as I could get to 13 without going over 13. So 10 is what we need to subtract. (10 minus 13 equals 3). So we have our remainder of 3. Next, we bring down the 5. And the 3 becomes 35. So 35 divided by 5. So I got to see how many groups of 5 go into 35. 5, 10, 15. So far we got 3 groups. 20, we are at 4 groups of 5. 25, 5 groups of 5. 30, 6 groups of 5. 35, 7 groups of 5. So for that one, we ended up getting 7 full groups of 5. So we're going to do 35 minus 5 to see 35 minus 35 to see if there is any remainder. There is not, so we have a whole number answer. 4,135 divided by 5 equals 827. Alright, that is my video for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. And if there is an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments, and I will do a future video on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri, signing off.